second in the Central. So it will be, and also Chris Bryant leading the team in batting average this season. So it will be John Gray, 14-9 record against Kyle Hendricks. One game to decide it all, and then the next game, which I'll have for y'all tomorrow morning, early tomorrow morning, will be the Seattle Mariners against the Boston Red Sox, and then we'll be able to kind of get into the division series for both the National League and the American League. So this should be a good game. John Gray, 10-game winner for Colorado in 2016, same in 2017, won 14 games this season, throws a fastball, slider, curve, and a changeup. Very good pitcher, 199 strikeouts this year, so this should be a good one to go with. And then Tyler Anderson, who only went 5-10 after going 6-6 a year ago, so that's kind of a little bit of a German. Marquez, 11-11 after winning 11 the year before, 152 strikeouts, so he actually did better. And then Kyle Freeland, who was actually their top pitcher with 13 wins, 13-5 this season, 180 innings, a lot more than he had a year ago. And then hopefully the bullpen can hold serve here. So as you got the Rockies batting order with Dahl, Tapia, Blackman, Arenado, Trevor Story, Mark Reynolds, the first baseman. Man has been kind of everywhere. Arizona, started his career with Arizona, run here in Colorado. 30 home runs a couple years ago, 97 RBIs, but 34 years old kid out of Kentucky. He's actually doing pretty good. Tony Walters, who hit 7 home runs. This is his 3rd year with the team. And then Garrett Hampson, 7 home runs, 43 RBIs. And then, of course, John Gray with Cuevas, Belica, Ian Desmond, the kid all the way from Washington, who really has a stellar career with Washington. And then 1 year with Texas. 1 year with Texas where he hit 22 home runs. And then 2 seasons, him playing behind Mark Reynolds at first base, Chris Iannetta also behind the plate, guy who started his career with Colorado. They went to the Angels for a bit, Seattle, Arizona, and now back to Colorado once again. And then Ryan McMahon also backing up at first base. Only hit 5 home runs this his 2nd year. Only played 17 games in the first year. Can also be used as a 3rd baseman. So that will be a big help as the game moves on. Yeah, but at this point, as you can see, the Cubs and the Rockies both same record on the road, and only a 1 loss difference between the home records. So this should be a very good game as Hayward, Elmore Jr., Rizzo, Schwarber, Bryant, Baez, Contreras, Hendricks, and then Addison Russell. Yes, Madden likes to use that 9th hole and use that as a good spot to put his 9-hole hitter and move the pitcher up at least 1 spot in the batting order. So here we go, Coors Field, at the start of the National League wildcard game here today, as the Rockies taking on the Cubs. 1 game and we're done. There is no tomorrow on this game. So you win, you move on, you lose, you go home and watch the World Series. You go home and you watch the World Series on the television and then prepare for the off season. So as we get ready, there is the averages. You can see the Cubs home run leading hitter Schwarber and Nolan Arenado, 35 home runs. Chris Bryant leading the Cubs with 119 RBIs. Lester, their top pitcher. Gray, the top pitcher for the Rockies, 14 wins for him, 16 for John Lester, the former Boston Red Sox pitcher. So as you can see, both teams getting ready for this one. This should be the question is going to be, will this become a pitcher's duel? So welcome back to the wild card game 1 here at Coors Field, as Colorado is very excited to have playoff baseball at home once again, and they hope to continue to extend that run. You know, as the team comes out, John Gray coming out, 14-game winner. As we take a look at Hendricks, who went 14-11 this season, John Gray 14-9. Both team had both guys equal 33 starts. And there is the man, John Madden, the head man of the Cubs. And as we go through, here's the lineup: 177 home runs last season for the Cubs. Jason Hayward, as I've already mentioned, the starting lineups in this game. There you see the 8-hole for the pitcher, and then the 9-hole, a regular batter. So 14-9 season, 3.04 ERA, 199 strikeouts, so one away from 200 for John Gray. 45 walks, so really excellent control for John Gray as he will face his first batter of the game as he is finishing his warm-up tosses as the catcher throws down to second base. And here is the defense for the Rockies. Nolan Arenado, Gold Glove winner last season. Trevor Story at short, Garrett Hampson at second, Mark Reynolds at first, and then of course the outfield. And then of course our catcher and our pitcher. So here comes first batter for the Cubs, Jason Hayward, as he had only 10 home runs this past season, 43 RBIs, 19 stolen bases. So he still has some giddy up in those wheels of his. So count is 2-1, and it is 2-2. Big 96-mile-an-hour fastball coming at you. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. Like he is going to try and sneak this past him, and he does. One away, as Hayward just could not come up with that one. There's the first strikeout of the game for John Gray. He just kind of came out and just way ahead. Now here comes Albert Elmore Jr. And the pitch, there's a nice strike, 2-2. So far there's our umpiring crew. James Kingsley's behind the plate tonight. And then the rest of the umpiring crew at first, second, and third. And there's a drive. And this is not going to be caught. This is going to come off the wall. And Elmore Jr. is going to start this thing off with a nice double. So the Cubs get a double with 1 out here in the first inning. And that was just literally right there for the striking right there. No chance for the left fielder to even get to it. As Dahl just had to play it off the wall. And here's Anthony Rizzo, 22 home runs, 64 RBIs, 12 stolen bases. This year, 1-2 count to him as Schwarber and then Bryant coming up after him. Hits we gave more action. 1-2 count to Rizzo, and kind of a nasty slider. So strikes him out 2 away. As we look at that slider once again, just whipping in there, no chance with a golf. 3 batters in this inning, and here's Kyle Schwarber, and he also faces a 1-2 count. The Rockies, and there's a foul ball. The pitch down there in the corner, strike 3. Fans are loving it. John Gray goes through a painless first inning, 1-2-3, as the Rockies coming up the bat with Dahl, Tapia, and Blackman. Now there is the manager of the Rockies, Bud Black, as he had Dahl, Tapia, Blackman, Arenado, Trevor Story, Mark Reynolds, Walters, Hampson, and John Gray. And last season they were the worst in getting hits. And here's Kyle Hendricks, 14-11 this season, 2.78 ERA, so a lot better earned run average than the Rockies starting pitcher. 192 strikeouts, so both pitchers in the 190s in strikeouts, so very good control. But he has given up more walks than John Gray has. There's a throw down to second base as we will once again take a look at the defense of the Cubs. Contreras behind the plate, Hendricks on the mound. Defense pretty much all the same around. Moore Jr. in center field. And here comes the first batter. Here comes the first batter for the Rockies. Sold at Coors Field here today. David Dahl. 17 home runs, 70 RBIs, 11 swipes of the bases. And he does have pretty good speed. So 2 balls, 1 strike to him. And, well, that just missed on the outside. So 3-1. Ramil Tapia. 2 up on deck. Hendricks, kind of a controlled pitcher. Likes throwing a lot of off-speed stuff. Doesn't really go to the heaters much, as he's trying to be swings and misses at that one. So 3 balls, 2 strikes, or Dahl, excuse me, misses that one. He does have a nice cutter though. And there's just a foul ball there. As you can see, his top pitch is a sinker. And, boy, that just missed the corner with the sinker. So Dahl will take first base on balls. And that just missed the outside of the plate. That was close. Kingsley fell, and now here is Ramil Tapia. And he faces a 3-0 count, and we're already Hendricks running into a little bit of trouble. And, Hendricks walking the first 2 batters of the game, so no, Dahl was not even thinking of stealing on a 3-0 count. Tapia takes first base, and already the Rockies have 2-1 without the benefit of a hit. And here's Charlie Blackmon, 25 home runs, 78 RBIs, 278 during the regular season. You can see he's kind of trimmed the beard just a little bit. And so 1-1 count to Charlie Blackmon. And that is a fly ball right at center field. Moore Jr. quick throw to third. Will not have him. So the runner tagged up and moves from second to third with 1 away. So first runners at the corners with 1 out. Hendricks is just hoping he can get out of this with no damage done. And here's Nolan Arenado. 35 dingers, 94 RBIs, batted .305 this year. So he really hit the ball well. And he faces a 2-1 count. As the pitch, and that is just over the second baseman into the gap. That is trouble. As Tapia runs very well, and he's not even going to stop. He is going to hum it home all the way, and he's in. It's 2-0 Rockies here in the first inning. I mean, Arenado just found what he liked, went with it, and base hit into the gap, and that's 2 runs right there. The Rockies manufacture runs, and here's Trevor Story at shortstop. 28 home runs during this year, 97 RBIs, I believe I saw. And he faces a 1-1 count, and Kyle Hendricks running himself into a little bit of trouble. There's a strike right on the corner of the plate. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Right there in the zone track. And so 1 ball, 2 strikes. And this is a ground ball right to short. And there's, close play, but 2 away. Trevor Story does run well. And here's Mark Reynolds, first baseman, 18 home runs, 56 RBIs. Had a very good career here in Colorado. As he faces a full count. And this ball will go into the seats. Will pop. This one should be catchable in left field, but this ball is traveling, and it's gone! Holy cow, Mark Reynolds, 2-run homer, and it's already 4-0 here in the first inning, as the Rockies are just lighting it up against the Cubs pitching here in the first inning. Go Rocks is right, as everybody's loving it. Mark Reynolds 18 dingers during the regular season, hits a 2-run shot here. And that ball just kept going and going. I figured it was just going to be a simple little fly ball, and that ball just kept carrying out of here. And no chance for the left fielder. So here's Tony Walters, the catcher for the Rockies. But Black likes what he sees from his team right now. And struck him out. Walters can't believe it. At 1, 2, 3 innings. So Hendricks gets through a pretty, would not say painless inning, but 4 runs given up on only 2 hits. So Bryant, Baez, and Contreras coming up for the Cubs as we go to the 2nd inning. Now here's Chris Bryant, 30 home runs, 119 RBIs, led the Cubs in I believe he led the Cubs in RBIs. So very good as he continues to just get better and better. A man who really has made a name for himself in Chicago. And there's a nasty slider. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Only 89 miles an hour, but I tell you, when you get that type of bite on a pitch like that, you've done something right. Now Gray with the pitch, and this will be, they had to shift on, as this is going to be out to center field, 1 away. Tapia takes care of it. And here is Javier Baez, 26 home runs, 78 RBIs for the Cubs, 12 stolen bases. Has decent speed, but I tell you, he likes hitting for power. And the pitch will go foul, so 1 ball, 2 strikes to Javier Baez. Really taking over the duties at shortstop for Madison Russell. And the pitch, just hung him right there in the middle with that slider. Once again, that's 2 sliders, 2 strikeouts. And here's Wilson Contreras, the catcher, 18 home runs, 71 RBIs, batted .262 during the regular season. Really has done well. And the pitch, and there's a swing and miss. 97 on the gun. That's correct. The Gray Wolf is hungry. We'll just see how hungry the Gray Wolf will be in this game. Contreras facing 2 strikes. Ground ball here. Good play at second. Nice throw to first. 1, 2, 3 inning done as the Rockies. That's Hampton. Fabulous play. So still 1, 2, 3 inning. Cubs go in order. But the Rockies still lead at 4-0. Now here's Garrett Hampson, 7 home runs, 43 RBIs, 12 stolen bases for the Rockies this year. And yes, very much a threat for drag bunting. Now Hendricks, the biggest thing for him is settle down after that very rough first inning and get some outs and kind of move along with the pitching staff. You don't want to have to go to your bullpen so early. So nasty sinker, swing and miss for Hampson, 2-2. And that's his primary pitch, that sinker. And that, Chris Bryant was playing up because of the drag, but I mean, that is a bullet shot he caught and 1 away. And here's John Gray, the pitcher. 2018 postseason is his first at bat. And there's a strike with the sinker on the inside corner. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And then you have the top of the order. Gray is retired or gets on. There's the ball outside, 2-2. I mean, this is the pitcher. Why are you trying to waste pitches with the pitcher? And there's a ground ball right to Rizzo. Right to the pitcher, 2 away. So good defensive play by Rizzo. We have 2 outs. And here's the top of the order, David Dahl, who walked his first time around. 17 home runs, 70 RBIs. He faces a 1-1 count. there's a foul ball off the sinker, even though it did not show it, as he took first base on the walk the first time. And there's a just missed him. Down in the zone 2-2. Oh, well, below the zone. And the pitch, ooh, tell ya, so close, full count. As Hendricks really wanted that one. And oh my goodness, 3 straight pitches, all taken for balls, and I mean, it could not have gotten any closer. About as close as the last one. Looks like that did kind of bite the corner of the plate, but Kingsley says it did not. So, second walk for David Dahl, and here is Tapia. He also walked his first time up, only 6 home runs this year, and he inherits another full count. And there's a foul ball. So Hendricks really running himself into trouble. 3 walks, 1 strikeout so far in these first couple of innings. And there's a foul ball with the changeup. Fans eager to get those foul balls coming your way. Oh, got him with a nice sinker. 1, 2, 3 inning. So 1 on, but no damage done. And the Rockies and the Cubs. Rockies still lead it 4-0 as we go to the 3rd inning. Hendricks getting out that little piece of work. And here is Kyle Hendricks, the pitcher, number 8 hitter in the hole. And Joe Madden likes to kind of work his pitchers that way. 8, and then Russell being the 9 hitter, and then Jason Hayward leading it off. Well, there's a foul tip right in the catcher's glove. 1-2. So John Gray certainly pitching very well. And ooh, bring the heat. Take a horrible swing. There's strike 1, and there's out number 1, strike out once again for Gray. He is bringing it. Yeah, he knows there's no tomorrow. Here's Addison Russell. And there's a ball outside with the sinker. I just showed you just how well that sinker's really bites. And ooh, struck him out. So Russell's retired. 2 strikeouts in the inning for John Gray. And here is the leadoff hitter, Jason Hayward. He struck out the first time in the first inning on that nasty sinker. Gray does not go to the curveball that much. I tell you, he does get some contact on it. 1-2. And foul ball, so it'll be 1 ball, 2 strikes still. And ooh, just inside 2-2. Foul ball, so it'll be out of play. Still, hey, got him looking. So strikeout number 2 for Hayward. Cubs get nothing in this inning. 1-2-3 inning as the Rockies still hold a 4-2 lead. And here's Charlie Blackmon, 0 for 1 in the game, lined out in the first inning. And he faces a full count. Hendricks wheels and deals, cannot catch up to the cutter, and 1 away. Beauty, absolute beauty of a pitch. So Blackmon is retired, and here's Nolan Arenado, double, 2 runs scored, and then came around on the Mark Reynolds home run. And there's a ground ball right to Anthony Rizzo. He'll step on first, 2 away. Well, he got good contact on it, just nothing much else. And here's Trevor Story grounded out in the first inning to the shortstop, Javier Baez. And then came the big 2-run homer. And there's a strike with a changeup. So 1 ball, 2 strikes as Trevor Story kind of wondering. It looked like it was there. And there's a ground ball right to Baez again. And there's out number 3, 1-2-3 inning. The Cubs, I tell you, Hendricks starting to settle down a bit. Hold the Rockies to just 2 hits, 4 runs though, as the Cubs coming up in the 4th, down 4-0. So here's Albert Elmore Jr. doubled in the first inning, and nothing really much. He got to third base and then was absolutely stranded when the Cubs got runners on the corners and no damage done. And this ball will go foul. So 2-2. The pitch got him with that slider. Once again, I tell you, that thing really bites away from you. And if you can't catch up to that, you're going to be in serious trouble. And there are the strikeouts for Gray so far, as he has certainly been putting up really good numbers, only giving up 1 hit. And that was to that man right there. He just struck out. And here is Anthony Rizzo. 1-1 count to him, and there is the shift right to the shortstop. And there's 2-way. So Rizzo is retired, 2-away, and here is Kyle Schwarber, the left fielder. 0-for-1 in the game, struck out in the first inning. And there's ball 4. So Gray issues his first walk of the game, as he kind of just ran that one way upstairs and lost Schwarber. So Schwarber takes first base. And here is Chris Bryant, 0-for-1 in the game. Blew out in the second inning to the center fielder. And a full count to him. Big question is, will Rizzo tank off? And got him looking. Chris Bryant strikes out. 1-2-3 inning as the Rockies hold serve going into the bottom half of the inning, as they still lead it 4-0. So here's Mark Reynolds, 2-run homer in the first inning. That's how we got to where we're at right now. 2 runs scored in the first inning, and then the 2-run home run by Mark Reynolds, putting the Rockies up 4-0. And right now Hendricks starting to get in rhythm. After that first inning, he has had stellar innings. So 1 ball, 2 strikes as Reynolds missing that sinker inside. And that ball will in the dirt. So 2-2. He was just trying to see if Reynolds would chase after that thing. As that ball will go foul. Nice play by the third base coach. Give him a glove. And the ball goes foul once again, so still 2-2. Hendricks, as this ball will go into the seats once again. So Reynolds really working hard up here. And another foul ball. So lots of and another foul ball with the changeup. You know, Reynolds having to protect the plate with 2 strikes. And there's ball 3. So Tony Wolters, on deck if Reynolds gets on with this full count. And ball 4. So Hendricks really running himself into trouble, as that is walk number 4, I believe. Yep, 4 walks, 3 strikeouts. 2 hits given up in the game, but that's pretty much it. And here is Walters, the catcher. There's 1, and there's 2 double play. Nice defense as Russell. Nice flip to Baez, and then over to Reynolds for the double play. It's a nice catch by Russell over to Baez, and then over to Reynolds, or over to Rizzo. Double play, and here is so 1 ball, 2 strikes, and that is a base hit. So the Rockies get their 3rd hit of the game. As Garrett Hampson gets a base hit, and that means that will bring up the pitcher spot. And nothing Bryant could do or Javier Baez to stop that ball. And here is John Gray, the pitcher. Hampson is a threat to steal. And there's the ball inside with the changeup. Yeah, with Hendricks throwing a lot of off-speed stuff, you kind of have to pick your moments to maybe, as he'll throw back over to first, just to keep Hampson honest about his intentions of maybe trying to steal second. And I tell you, ball 3, that did not miss by much. And there's Dahl on deck. 2 walks for him already in this game. And beauty of a cutter. So full count to John Gray. So if you're a pitcher like Hendrick, you're missing the corners, you're missing below a little bit right at the knee point of the zone. Just gotta make him, oh my goodness, you gotta make him work for it. And base hit here. Hampson coming home might not be a good idea, and he's just out of that home plate. So blue pit for Gray. He'll get credit for the single, but Hampson thrown out at home. Nothing much else for the Rockies in that inning. Hendricks gets out of it, and the Rockies still lead it 4-0 here at Coors Field. And here's Javier Baez, the shortstop, 0 for 1 in the game. Struck out in the 2nd inning. So 2 balls, 1 strike to him. And this ball, boy, he got some wood off of that slider off the wall. Baez can run, and he will end up at 3rd with a triple. So nice start for the Cubs here in the 5th inning. As as you kind of go along the first 4 innings, where your biggest threat was that 1st inning, and now you finally get something going here in the 5th. So Butterfield holding up Baez, and now here is Wilson and Contreras. As Gray misses with the inside pitch, 3-1. Hendricks, the pitcher, on deck. Cubs would love to get this man home. There's a strike right over the plate, 3-2. So Contreras will have to protect. Can't afford a strikeout, and I mean he won't have to, because this ball is out of here. So 2-run shot for Wilson Contreras, 424 feet into the bullpen, and it's now a 4-2 lead for the Rockies. And maybe we're just starting to get going now. And Joe Madden likes that very much. Contreras just, you could tell he had all of that ball. So good job there getting the run home, and only that bonus with the home run. So Gray kind of just putting it right there, dead center, and Contreras just killed it. So 4-run lead is now 2 runs. Still no one out here in the inning as now you have the pitcher, Kyle Hendricks. And there's a ball outside, 2-1. So how you respond after a home run will be on the mind of John Gray here. There's a nice swing and miss at the changeup, so 2-2. And got him with the fastball. I'll tell you, he is rolling in the strikeout so far. Hendricks is retired, and here is Addison Russell, the second baseman. And a few years ago, he was the shortstop, and then Baez has certainly just come on and taken that position. So Russell moved over to second base, which he's done a good job there too. Ball downstairs in the zone, 2-1. And there's a ground ball. Heck of a play there for Trevor Story. He's not going to get Russell at first base. Russell is too good a runner. So runner gets on for the Cubs once again. So triple to start this inning. Good play by Trevor Story, but just no chance of getting Russell at first base. And here is Jason Hayward, 3-1 count to him. As Gray is really painting here. He's got 10 strikeouts already in 4 1/3 innings pitched, so he's really done well in the strikeout. As this ball will go foul, but he's already given up. Is a guy that can really deliver to, and he does with a base hit. Runner's going to go to third, as now runners at the corners once again for the Cubs with one away. Kind of what they had in the first inning. Now the big question is, can they get there? Can they get more runs? And here is Albert Almore Jr. double in the first inning, and then struck out looking the last time around. Gray missing the corner, 2-1. 72 pitches already he has thrown. And we're only in the 5th inning. And popped him up. And that will get Russell home. So that will be a RBI sac fly. And the Cubs pull 1 run closer with a 4-3 Rockies lead. And here's Anthony Rizzo. Anybody that can change your world in a hurry, it is this man right here. And there's a ground ball right to Reynolds. Heck of a stop there. 1-2-3 inning. But the Cubs get 3 thanks to this 2-run homer from Contreras. So the Rockies lead, which was 4, now is down to 1 as we go to the bottom of the 5th inning. And here's David Dahl, 17 home runs during the regular season, 2 walks in this game. As he's wondering if he's going to get the benefit of a hit here as he faces an 0-2 count against Kyle Hendricks. There's ball 1 with the curve inside, way inside. As he puts this one right over the plate, and Dahl gets a base hit. 3rd time he's been on base in this game. 2 of them via the walk. As he found that pitch he liked right there, base hit for David Dahl. And here is Tapia, or Emil Tapia, for 1 in the game. Walked, scored a run in the first inning. And there's a strike with a changeup. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Bottom of the 5th inning. Rockies lead, which was 4 to begin the game. Now down to 1. And the pitch got him. Bottom of the zone, right at the kneecaps. 1 away. Beauty of a pitch there for Hendricks as he gets a big 1 out. And here is Charlie Blackmon, 0 for 2 in the game. Lined down, struck out his first 2 times at bat. So 2 balls, 2 strike count to him. And the pitch, I mean, pulling the string on that changeup. No, Hendricks, back-to-back strikeouts. Trying to keep the Cubs right where they're at. And here's Nolan Arenado as Charlie Blackmon just tosses the bat. And here's Arenado, 1 for 2 in the game. Drove in 2 RBIs with a double. And he came home on the Reynolds 2-run homer. So Arenado gets a piece of that sinker, 2-2. And that is just a, swing. Nice throw to Baez to Rizzo. 1, 2, 3 inning. So Rockies still lead it 4-3. Both teams 10 hits total in this game. 4, 5, and 6 coming up for the Cubs. And here is Anthony Rizzo. Walked in the 4th inning. So John Gray still on the mound here. In case, here's a swing and miss at that changeup. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Carlos Estevez and Scott Oberg are up in the bullpen for the Rockies in case they are needed. In case Gray needs any more trouble. And there's strike out again. I tell you, Gray's given up 3 runs, but he has just been absolutely electric with the fastball tonight. That's Rizzo's. And the rest of them just had a lot of issues catching up with that fastball tonight. 11 strikeouts, 1 walk for Gray tonight. And Chris Bryant, boy, you know he's looking to tie this game up with 1 swing. That ball goes foul, 3-1. And there's foul ball again, full count. A man who hit 30 home runs, 119 RBI, so he knows how to bring him in. And again, pulled the string, 12 strikeouts in the game for John Gray. Pulling the string with that slider. Beauty of the pitch, so 2 away. And look at this thing again, just goes right away. And here is Javier Baez. So here's bad swing and a miss, a changeup in the dirt. The 1 ball, 2 strikes. I mean, look at this. That is a nasty changeup. So Wilson Contreras. Baez tripled last time he was up. And there's the ball inside, 2-2. So triple and then Contreras, 2-run homer. Last time he was up. And got him looking, strike 3, 13 strikeouts for John Gray after giving up 3 in the last inning. So middle of the 6th inning, 4-3. And here's Steve Shizak. 66 appearances during the regular season, 5-4 record, no saves, 4.42 ERA. So Hendricks' day is done, 52 strikeouts. And Shizak comes in. Yeah, he does not. He is basically an all-speed pitcher. There's a sinker, slider, splitter, and then a 4-seam fastball. 4-seam fastball is not his best pitch. That sinker is. And here is Trevor Story over for 2 in the game as the Cubs trying to keep it right where it is. So, and Brad Brock is up in the bullpen for the Cubbies as Hendricks went 5 innings, gave up 4 runs, 5 hits, but just did not have his best game with 4 walks and 3 strikeouts in the game. And inside with the splitter, so full count. Mark Reynolds on deck. And with Trevor Story, you want to make him hit it. And here's Shizak. So Joe Madden going to the pen here in the 6th inning. That ball goes foul once again. Colorado would love to get to the next round of the playoffs. Their only appearance in the big game, the World Series, was 2007, in which they were swept by the Red Sox. And Tough take, but Surfer Story will take ball 4. And here comes Mark Reynolds, as he dinged a 2-run homer in the first inning. And that ball was right there, and Reynolds just killed it for a 2-run homer, which extended. At that point the Rockies had a 2-0 lead. This home run gave them a 4-0 lead, and what else can you do from there? And here is Reynolds. And there's a foul ball with the sinker. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And the pitch, and another foul ball. So still the same count, 1 ball, 2 strikes. And whoo, bad swing at the slider. And Reynolds is retired. So 1 away. And that ball was just nasty. Take a look at this, just way outside. Reynolds is trying to make some sort of contact with it. You're not going to do that with a 9-inch break. Here's Tony Walters, the catcher. And trying to steal, and he will get in there. So nice stolen base for Trevor Story. So first for the Rockies there in the postseason. Now he was running at 19 miles an hour trying to get second base. Better throw probably would have got him. So 1 away, 2 balls, 2 strikes to Walters, the catcher, and this is a base hit. And this is going to be a run. Story runs very well, and it's 5-3. So nice, a little bit of insurance run. As Walters lights that, was able to get some contact, send that one into left field, and get Trevor Story home. And here is Garrett Hampson, the second baseman. Got a base hit last time he was up. And he flares this one to Javier Baez, the shortstop, 2-way. As he was absolutely jammed with that slider. And here is pinch hitter Ryan McMahon, backup first baseman, and can also play third. But with the pitcher spot coming up, he is going to grab a bat and hit for the pitcher. And there's a stinging shot right to Baez. 1-2-3 inning. So the Rockies on 1 hit.